Hey there, it's Mike Matthews, the host of the longest running self-produced daily Mike's Daily Podcast is what I am the host of. The longest running self-produced daily podcast on planet Earth in the land of Ameritopica. Ha ha, ha ha. Yeah. And it's FFF episode 3238, 3238. So you've been hearing all this protein stuff lately. I get these ads sent to me via email. I guess oh, wow. Did you hear that? That's the sound of my mouse now. Can you hear that click? Oh my gosh. That is the loudest clicking mouse I have ever had. Wow. And you get it right here only on Mike's Daily Podcast. So there's all this pushing of protein at you, popping peas and whatnot. And then they have from Subway, they were sending me, oh, you need this kind of a protein pocket. And I'll tell you exactly what they said. But the carnivore diet includes only animal-based foods like beef, seafood, and eggs. Proponents say it can get to the root cause of illness and relieve symptoms. This diet, though, is super restrictive. It lacks many essential nutrients, and it's not sustainable for most. And restrictive diets are not new to the weight loss world. The cabbage soup and grapefruit diets rank right up there with the Master Cleanse, a juice fast of water, lemon juice, and cayenne pepper. And in the shadow of the most and more popular paleo and keto diets, the carnivore diet quickly emerged with a dedicated following and big promises. The carnivore diet, also known as the zero-carb diet, is an eating style that incorporates animal products only. Let's see, it says here that the benefits of the carnivore diet include reduced chronic illness, less brain fog, less sugar and processed foods, fewer food sensitivities, and weight loss. But the health risks of the carnivore diet, this according to eatingwell.com, include nutrient deficiencies. Fruit, vegetables, and other plant foods are chock full of nutrients that help you live a longer, healthier life. And it's unclear if vitamin-rich meat sources can adequately make up for this lost nutrition. The diet lacks phytonutrients, many of which are associated with reduced risk of chronic disease. It is also lacking in prebiotics. Prebiotics help support the good bacteria in our gut. Ooh, I hate that. Well, you're looking at my gut? Are you saying I have a gut? It's, I guess, in our stomach area. There's dehydration that occurs. There's potential kidney problems. Your kidneys are overworked by removing nitrogen waste and excess proteins from metabolizing all that protein, causing you to, let's say, use the bathroom way too much and can eventually ruin your kidneys. Kidney stones are also a concern. When your kidneys are stressed from the extra work, it can also show and slow the calcium absorption, and that can lead to kidney stone production. And oh my gosh, that's bad. That's bad. I've known people that have had that, and it is painful as all get out. For this reason, when you increase your protein intake, it is important to also increase your fluid intake to reduce risk of kidney stones. It can also cause constipation. Fiber is known for digestion and regularity, and when you replace fiber-rich foods like whole grains and vegetables, fruits, beans, with animal protein that have virtually no fiber, it is nearly impossible to get the recommended 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. And our new food pyramid is telling us, oh, you got to eat more meat, but where's the fiber? You'll wind up feeling bloated, gassy, and constipated. Though many proponents suggest the opposite, saying many people that go on the carnivore diet because they have a difficult time digesting plants. There's also a risk of disordered eating. The focus on eating such a restricted diet could lead to disordered eating, where you become hyper-focused on the diet and develop an unhealthy dependency on your regimen. Oh, I can't eat that. You go out to a restaurant. Oh, I can't eat this. I can't eat that. I'm really I don't care what you can eat. Dang it. Did you want to go out or not? Do you want to go out and have fun? Go out to a restaurant? You make going to a restaurant not fun, as unfun as possible. Yes, I'm not understanding in that way or considerate, but I knew one guy that was he was a hardcore vegan. He just turned into a hardcore vegan, and just going to restaurants with him and with a big group, and he'd get up on his high horse and lecture us while we're all out there trying to have a good time and eating. Is all I'm saying. This diet can also cause you to limit social functions and family gatherings due to its restrictive nature, say the folks at eatingwell.com. Also, you got to watch out for too much saturated fat when it comes to a carnivore diet. But don't tell Subway that. They sent me this ad. This was just a few days ago. And it says in big letters, big animated letters, by the way, it says, introducing Protein Pockets. Protein Pockets. With new Protein Pockets on the menu, you can get affordable and convenient. You can get affordable and convenient, okay, without sacrificing fresh made and delicious. The turkey and ham, Italian trio. I mean, they're talking processed meats. They're talking stuff that's going to give you gout. Didn't they just a few years ago talk about how processed meats and the sulfates are so bad for you and have been known to cause cancer? Not to mention, if you go to Subway now, and I don't get any money from them, as you can tell, they will basically charge you 3 times what you used to pay for a sandwich just a few years ago. And the opposite of everything I just told you, fiber maxing. It's a trend that focuses on hitting your fiber goals for the day. Dietitians like it because most people don't eat enough fiber, and it is associated with many health benefits. But you'll want to increase your fiber slowly because going too fast can cause GI symptoms. Yes, intestinal problems, the intestinal tract issues. It may also not be right for everyone. Fiber is the non-digestible part of plant foods. It comes from 2 major types: soluble, which dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance, and insoluble, which adds bulk, helps food pass through your digestive system. They say you should stay hydrated, space out your fiber with fluid. Fiber plus fluid is the ideal relationship without enough water. And they said that about the carnivore diet too. Fiber can produce bulk that leads to a slow moving discomfort in let's say, the restroom area. It also is important not to stack all your fiber into one meal. Spreading it across the day helps your gut bacteria and your digestion. They suggest at eatingwell.com to pair beans, whole grains, and seeds with adequate water and with meals that include protein and healthy fats. It all comes down to having balanced meals and a balanced life. And that seems to be what we're missing with a lot of these crazes. So I guess that's why we call them crazes, because they're a little bit crazy. Okay, I know you're a little bit crazy going with me into Café Anyway, but you're also going to have a great time. Let me get the door for you. Here we go. Café Anyway. Welcome to Café Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's episode 3,238.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
3238. That's great. It's Mike. It's podCastro Valley, where we're broadcasting from. And I'm Mike Matthews. And I did not know this was going to be a song that I have to sing at the beginning of the show. It's mandatory. It's actually self-explanatory. So there you go. That's my song for today. Wasn't that great? I think so.
Daily Podcast.
We're broadcasting from Café Anyway, somewhere in podCastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica. And I have a different microphone than I typically use here at Café Anyway. But after the LA fires, Wall Street, not families, ended up buying the American dream. Neighborhoods in Pacific Palisades, Altadena, Malibu, they are seeing higher than almost 50% of buyers being investors. They're investors, not families. Insurance payouts are slow and the building costs remain elevated. And we've been hearing a lot about how so many of those houses did not get paid, did not get rebuilt after the fires. Local approvals are complex and expensive, and trying to just sell and not rebuild is the only option that makes financial sense to a lot of the residents. Oh, here is something. Did you know if you want to get tickets there at the Super Bowl coming up in just a few weeks, the end zone tickets are going for $12,000. No, you don't need to buy a car. You don't need to put a down payment on, I would say a house, but I don't think that's enough for a down payment on a house. I don't, unless we were in the 1920s, maybe.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Wait, in the 1920s, that's how much a house cost. No, it cost like $1,000. Anyway, Café Anyway, the point is, I'm fact checking myself, and that's important. No, end zone tickets are going for $12,000 for two. Outside of Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Rootabega. No, wait, I'm inside. No, I'm bringing you the podcast picture. Today's been a day, everybody. What a day. Crazy. The 50-yard line, if you want to be there, that's $30,000 for two. Oh, the late great Basil the Boxer. It's not a podcast picture of him. It is of a cool couple of goats. Some goats in Podcastro Valley. We got lots of goats. Elvis needs goats. We got lots of goats. And you can see a picture of the goats at mikesdailypodcast.com. It's off of this cool trail called the 10 Hills Trail. And you can see these goats, and they're just simply amazing. See that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com. Hello to you. Now, they're saying that some of the prices for the Super Bowl as we get closer to it should settle down to about $4,000, $6,000. About $6,000.
There's no evidence of that. I've not heard of it before.
Well, the evidence we're seeing is $6,000 on average for game tickets for the Super Bowl. And for some people, that is just, they got to do it. Some people were going nuts and paying all that money for La Voodoo.
Oh.
Or La Boo Boo.
How sweet.
La Boo Boo is so sweet. Is the La Boo Boo craze over? The reselling has slowed down. The average selling price of La Boo Boo's Big Into Energy series recently fell below retail prices on resale platforms, with purchases available for $99 compared to the ones.
Don't do that, Mr. President. It isn't cool.
I don't know if you can blame the president for this, but the retailers used to have the price tag was $115. It's dropped about $16 since the craze that happened just a few months ago. But the craze that still continues with TikTok, it is young Americans that are into it between the ages of 18 to 29.
Papi needs that sticky icky for his glaucoma. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard any 18 to 29-year-olds say that, but it is the top social app for news consumption for people 18 to 29. TikTok is. It has surpassed YouTube and Instagram, which were the top choices 2 years ago. 43%.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Wait, but see, you like TikTok, don't you? Because you keep. If it wasn't for Trump, we just have to admit it would have been gone long ago from America's app stores. He went along and said, no, we're going to work out a deal. I forget now who has it. Something. It
didn't go quite as planned. Watch here.
It's I don't know what to watch. What are we watching? It's a podcast. So this is a listening podcast. Now everybody's talking about podcasts and they're saying you're watching the podcast. But this is a listening podcast, and thank you for listening to it. So
they will be met with fire,
maybe he'll tell us here.
And frankly, power, the likes of which this world has never seen before.
Now, Adobe. Was it Adobe? No. Cisco? No. Okay. anyway, Café Anyway, there was some big company that's got a couple of companies that are going to be. Anyway, TikTok.
Wow!
I'll say that one more time. No, I won't. 43% regularly gets their news from TikTok compared to 41%, slightly less for both YouTube and Facebook is what they use to get their news. Young people view commentary.
I can't hear you. Press the button, you donut.
And they yell at their influencers whatever that means. They want their commentary from influencers. And they see that as news.
Awesome.
No, it's not awesome at all. No. But back to the crazy fires that we had a year ago in Los Angeles. Last year was a huge year for disasters. It will go down. It was very tacky. It'll go down as one of the most expensive years for climate and weather-related disasters as we go outside a Cafe Anyway. Now we're going outside. Somewhere in Podcastro Valley, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, the last place on earth, the land of Meritopka here in Podcastro Valley. Cafe Anyway. That's where we're broadcasting from. There was devastating wildfires, severe storms, tornado outbreaks, flooding. The LA area wildfires produced about $61 billion in damage. But only $40 billion.
He forgot his latte.
Oh, I need my latte when I read this. Only $40 billion was insured. And you will remember, right after the fires, that is when State Farm, who may or may not insure my stuff, said, "Oh, we're going to increase the cost. We're going to pass the cost along to our people that use State Farm." So, it was like, no, we don't need to hear that. But that was what they ended up doing to try and compensate for all the money that they had to pay the folks that had fire damage in Los Angeles. The single costliest wildfire event in U.S. history was that LA fire. And in LA, they weren't playing that music. That sounds more like New Orleans music, who's had also their disasters, as you know, over the years. The U.S. experienced at least 14 separate billion-dollar weather disasters in the first half of 2025. The total economic loss estimated...
We have a knight who say...
Knee. No, it didn't cost knee. It cost $220 billion. And insured losses were a little bit less than that. And the number is $107 billion, meaning uninsured losses likely exceeded $110 billion in 2025. As disaster costs climb,
Now, of course, we only take Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency because we've all decided centralized banking is rigged, so we trust more in fly-by-night Ponzi schemes.
Yes. Let's hear it for the administration trying to save TikTok and trying to bolster Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up slightly. As of this recording, it may have gone up more.
And I can't get up.
Maybe did not, or maybe it fell by the time you hear this, but it had a good time earlier this week. It went up quite a bit. So
Alexa, stop!
I know, with all that news, it sucks when you watch a show and your Amazon device is too close to the TV and one of the characters is named Alexa. Oh my gosh. The thing turns on every 5 seconds. What? I don't think I can help you with that.
Nuts! They're nuts!
I know.
They know nothing!
As disaster costs climb, policymakers, businesses, and communities face growing pressure to invest in resilience, as well as preparedness and mitigation strategies to reduce future losses, since that was nothing to laugh about last year. And at the end of last year, a lot of people spent a lot of money as the holiday season
What in the world
ended.
was that about?
What was that about? It was spending surpassed $1 trillion last year. Higher levels of debt were tied to the holiday spending. Gift giving, and then there was travel and festive spending surged. A third of Americans took on holiday debt. And 37%, so over a third of consumers took on holiday debt last year.
Motivational speeches on Facebook and Instagram. Those things are so annoying. Hey guys, I just want to talk about goal planning today.
And
I write down my goals every day.
They watched it all the time. So it was up slightly from the year previous. Parents with children under 18 were hit harder, and that was about 50% of them took on holiday debt. The credit card balances rose to about $1.23 trillion, and that was an increase of over 5% from the year previous.
All right, Mike, take care. Thank you. Good to see you.
You're welcome. Maybe that's why the president was all about, hey, we're going to bring down the interest rates on credit cards, which immediately, oh my gosh, every single financial commentator went berserk. As I had a teacher in school say berserk. I said, isn't it berserk? Berserk? And he said that to me. Okay, but whatever. Cafe, whatever. The thing is, Trump wants to bring those interest rates down with the credit cards, and these experts were saying, no, you can't do that. You'll put these credit card companies out of business, and it'll cause the whole country to implode.
What are you, nuts?
So Americans are finding it difficult to balance holiday cheer with long-term financial health, but that is something we should remember before any big event where we will spend lots of money. Weddings, someone's birthday, the holidays. We just go, spend so much money. We go out to restaurants, and now all the restaurants cost so much money, and we spend so much for them. But we really should take a moment, say, perhaps dilly-dilly. And we shouldn't dilly-dilly about this. Hey, look who's here. Outside of Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Oh my God, it's Madame Rootabega. Oh, this is very interesting. Ooh. Very interesting. Ooh. Yes, very interesting. Ooh. You gonna watch a Chevy Chase thing on CNN? Yes. You gonna maybe do a Chevy Chase marathon where you watch Fletch and then Spies Like Us? Yes. Do you like Spies Like Us? No. I'm amazed you even know what Spies Like Us is, because
why do they always interrupt our snacking?
It's not as popular as a K-pop movie where there are the demons and such. Yeah. Hey, I want to thank once again Kai Alfred Hillig, who was on the show, the last podcast. If you didn't hear it, go back and listen to it. He's a great singer and songwriter, and I got to have him back because, man, what a voice, and what a nice guy. And we got into such fascinating conversations. My lovely lady friend afterwards was, what? Your brain jumps around a lot. And I said, you didn't know that? We've been together.
America elected Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the Russians helped.
Oh, she recently had a meeting with Donald Trump, as a matter of fact, trying to help out the American people with the economic issues and such. So I don't know if part of what Trump's idea came from talking to her. I don't know. Fascinating. All right. One last interesting bit of audio for you here.
Yes. I know all about how to spot microaggressions. And root out privilege.
Watch out for privilege and microaggressions. And watch out for the phone number, because it's going to be coming your way. If you'd like to call me about anything we covered on today's podcast, here's the number.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
And with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast, we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. Thank you for listening to the show that's called Somebody's Daily Podcast, which would be me.
You are fake news.
No.
Fake news.
No, most of that was true. I got a lot of that from Rob Black. I produce his podcast. He's heard on AM 1220 KDOW weekdays at 5 p.m. And he's on Cron TV Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. And Daria Folsom is no longer on that channel. Oh, what a shock. Wow. She's the one that says Tay-Tay. But, please come back and listen to the show. I enjoy your fellowship.
In the very simplest way, the simplest definition of the word fellowship is two fellows in a ship.
Oh.
Y'all will get that. I was slow like that, too.
Okay, thank you. That was great. And with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast, we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. Thank you for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.